So, hi everyone, welcome to Mediumship Monday. My name is Claire. This channel is for helping people on their twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, and whatever's happening on your twin flame journey. But on a Monday, I do Mediumship Monday. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? I'll put the flash on. Yeah, I just leave it open for the loved ones in spirit to gate crash if they want to, which they quite possibly could with how tired I am, as you can sound. So, as you can hear, I can't even talk. And I've just looked at the astrology too, and I was like, oh yeah, I was saying that like the moon and Mercury will be conjunct either today or tomorrow. But I mean, actually, it was like, anyway, it was like in the wee hours or something. So, but what is conjunct right now is the moon near enough with Chiron. So Chiron's the wounded healer. Sorry, wait a minute. Kinda, yeah. Well, Chiron and the North Node have been together, hanging out like that for a while. You know, your destiny with the wounded healer. So there could be a lot of painful pushes, like it's like childbirth or something, isn't it? Like for you to birth something new. I've never said it like that before, but that's what they gave me. And again, if you're new to me, everything I say is channeling, so it's part of everything that somebody needs to hear, bits and bobs. And but yeah, the moon, your feelings, your intuition is lining up with the North Node. So actually, that's quite a lot, to be honest. Like the moon, your feelings, your intuition, pushing your destiny, and the wounded healer. So you're either going to be empowered for that new beginning, or you could be feeling like, I don't know, it could be hitting some sort of pain points. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of going in and out of both, to be honest. Like, I always just knew that new moon in Pisces, because Pisces season full stop, I never enjoy it every year. I always see it as an opportunity to really just slow down, which I have done. And yeah, if I've put out the other video, which I'm sure I will, I listened back. I just got drawn to 222. I listened back, and it's, it's not, I don't like hearing people cry. I don't like seeing people cry. I cried again when I heard myself crying, but it's kind of like, it's what Pisces season's about. And Pisces season is endings, and it is grief, and it is the afterlife. And yeah, I was just sharing that an older family member, my grandma's sister, died at the weekend there. So, and anyway, you can listen to the other one. So, but again, I do not want to be tuning in to anybody that's recently passed, because there's quite a few people, like people that I'm close to in that. So I'm just, that's a bit much. Right, so I did find the wee bits of paper that I usually use to do this. I don't think this is going to be long. Oh my God, because I've closed my eye. Like, the thing is, I can't fall asleep because I've actually got a food delivery coming really soon. It's meant to be half an hour, but they're usually early, so I'll either pause this or I'll just end it abruptly. So just to warn you now. But yeah, as well as me having actual reasons for being like that, which even if I hadn't just had a loss in the family, it's I feel collective stuff times a million when it's Pisces season. So, and like I said, I really do feel I just feel I'm tapping into quite a lot of my family's stuff. Yeah. Which makes sense too, because that is Pisces energy is my fourth house. So right, which is the family, which is why I'm saying that, because some people might be like, what does that mean? But that's what that means. Yeah, let's pull an archetype card. So let's just do divine feminine, divine masculine. We'll see what comes up. If it's helpful to you, great. If it's not, I'm surprised I'm even doing a video kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Really just to make sure I stay awake until my food delivery comes, to be honest. So keeping it real. Just to be Mercury and Aries about it there. Very honest, too honest. So, and I'm painting my nails tonight. I'm sure nobody cares, but it bothers me a bit, except that does matter there. What have we got for the divine feminines? Some of the divine feminines out there. the heart. Oh, the notebook card, right. We don't really need something that's totally in the feels when I'm feeling like this, but fucking hell. So I'll read it from the book, but what I always get from this card is that looks like a portal. That's what I saw first. Also, it's like a nest, isn't it? Or is it like a floral reef headdress? You know, people see different things. But what I'm always going to remember now is Sarah spotted that that was a canoe. And so it reminds me of the notebook. So I call that the notebook card. So yeah, let's see what comes up here. And I've just opened the book at the mother, which keeps coming out. And of course it was just Mother's Day yesterday, so I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day. The heart. What number is it? And oh, my hair smells amazing. I just washed my hair and it's like is it? Oh, there it is. 125. I found it. I could have paused it, but I found it. So 125. The heart. The home, the centre, the throne. It is possible from an imaginable point of view to sense the heart as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we've drifted somewhere else. There is no in between. Oh, interesting. It is common for us to leave this archetypal centre without realising it, as the world, with its seductive twists and turns, offers us frequent departure. Sorry, I'm just like, I think, although I'm 4 flights up, I think I can hear I always sense when the delivery driver's here. It's the weird part of being like this. We may even become a stranger to the landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of time. The seat of the heart is often reclaimed by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children or animals. This card encourages us to move past the layers of life's tangles and knots and enter the wild and sacred centre of the self. The most precious throne in the galaxy is awaiting your return. Ooh, that feels like Major Empress, Divine Feminine energy. When light, expansive knowing, and gentle clarity. And when dark, fraught, tangled, and betrayal. Go deeper. Wild as the Wind by Nina Simone. Recall the last time your heart was touched. Soak in every detail you can and feel the heart awaken. Some say there is a cave at the centre of the heart. Others say it's a pool with a flowering white lotus. Imagine yourself there and draw what you see. Deep, guys. Deep shit. Right. I'm going to pause this and shuffle and see if it comes out for Divine Masculine. Right. Divine Masculine. To go with the Divine Feminine energy. So this is your inner energy as well, by the way, if this is yours. The Ring. Ooh, what is this about? I was like, what is that? So is it like loads of rings sort of like in a spiral? Again, that looks very much like a portal or something as well. Well, let's read what this is about. I will pause it this time. Right, so the infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. How Pisces is that? Because Pisces is the end, but then right after the ending comes the beginning, which is Aries. And we're in an Aries moon, so we've literally just went from that energy, the Pisces moon, or new moon, to the Aries moon. Which always feels really weird, because it's like you can go from being really sleepy to having loads of energy. And I did actually, but I had actually more energy yesterday than I do today. Weird. It's, but like I said in another video, but it's like I feel like the sinking in of my relative actually dying is just like it took a couple of days to actually sink in. Because again, I just find it really weird when somebody dies and you hadn't seen them for a while. It's I can't even really describe how it feels. Right. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. Well, that's definitely twin flame love. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun, an intimate bond between two lovers. As the micro and macro united, this card calls us to deepen connection with the self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Oh my goodness, divine masculine. Well, yeah, either divine masculines are taking off rings. That could definitely be a thing for endings with divine, with divine unions coming in with twin flames. Ones that were connected to karmic. I was going to say the wrong person, but I mean it was the right person at that time. But it's just it's not your eternal person. Rings could be getting taken off, but yeah, there might be some proposals as well. But it doesn't need to be literal. But study images of the mandala, the unus mundans, the Ouroboros, and the medicine wheel. Connectedness, humility, sacred cycles, unconscious repetition, starving for connection is when it's dark. And it says, right relics, I live my life in widening circles. I think that's a song. And take stock of the jewels you adorn yourself with. Watch out for rings you wear out of habit that keep you connected to the old you. Oh, that's pretty deep, isn't it? Right, okay. And just because I love vibing with these, let's see what else we need to know. The Judge. Oh my god, this keeps coming out. 11:44. So again, I feel this is about the Judge coming out is about it's Judgment Day. There's things happening. Some people might feel like they're out in the desert with no water, that kind of, I don't know, that kind of help. This all feels like God, actually. The Creator, the Judge, and that's what I'm getting from that, because, the Creator, it's like that kind of saying only God can judge us kind of thing. Well, it feels like that's going on, and it's like this person's like, water, water. Quite weird, but that's what I got. Like, went through, yeah, look, someone's been going through a deep healing in their cave. And that's where they've had the vision. Wow, that's pretty nuts, because I mentioned the vision quest earlier, and then I pulled the shaman. And I had literally just been pondering about the times when I've done that. Either when it's literally just felt like that when I've been in a dark room, like in my bedroom, but I mean when I've actually done that, shamanically, like outside and stuff, like you go into the darkness, whether it be creating a dark space, like, or shift sweat lodges. I've actually never done a sweat lodge. I do want to do one at some point, but that's one of the only things that I hadn't done. Okay, and the bigger, because there's, you can do going in the darkness for 24 hours and getting the clarity from that, which I did, and it's great. But you could also do it for longer than that. Yeah, hardcore. Right. Divine Feminine. Stand by your commitment. Pink Lily. Oh, there's a lot about commitment coming, isn't it? Commitment, rings. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. I feel that's just about the twin flame journey. Like, you've had a vision. You've come this far. Don't back out now. Because remember, Pisces is exhaustion. And you watch. Either you'll feel exhausted as the week goes on, leading towards Aries season, which is after, the 20th onwards. Also because it's the spring equinox, which is always, like, that week's going to be crazy. The week leading up to, so what, that'll be next week, isn't it? Yeah, that's just crazy. It's, especially Mercury and Aries as well, like, watch out for, like, arguments, and, like, I can definitely think in the past of, like, where you've had, like, either some kind of really bad argument with someone, and you're just kind of like, what the hell was that all about? And then you talk to other people and they've had similar 1444, so it could be twin flame stuff, And it's to do with that. The build up of the change of a season is intense. And Mercury in Aries does not hold back. It's a good thing for telling the truth, but it's maybe not so much when you're wanting to share the message of love. So, Divine Masculine's got daffodil, I can't even speak. Rivers, and so when I say things like that, I can't even speak. I feel this masculine is just so overcome with love that they actually are finding it hard to put the words. Rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. Wow, look how crazy that is. What I just said about arguments can happen around the, you know, the week building up to the equinox, which is actually on. I actually looked last night and I forgot already. I think it might be the actual. Yeah, it is. It is the 20th. Wait a minute. I'm going to put it in again because that's when we move into Aries. Spring. Because people always assume it's the 21st. No, yeah, it is. It's the 20th. So it's 3 in the morning on the 20th. And I was probably going to plan to do a live stream on the 19th. Either just with my hands or I might show up. Depends, because that'll be the sun being in the very last degrees of Pisces. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll all be sleepy. But I feel this is about the masculine coming in to share those healing words of love that the feminine really needs to hear from them. You know, like, because if you think about it, like, there's no words for how healing that would be to actually hear something nice from your masculine. Which sounds fucked up, doesn't it? Because it's like, you know, energetically, you can always feel that love coming at you. But if you've never actually heard that from them, literally, that would be very healing. So that makes sense here. Right, let's get another one for the feminine. And then I'll end this because I'm so tired. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm just like, that's going to make me cry again. Like, I'm just laughing because it's like, both these flowers mean a lot to me. Like, daffodils really remind me of my nana, and daisies are special to me too. So it's like my loved ones in spirit floating around me. You've had so much going on that you're too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge, right? Okay, I really do get it, right? That is just an extra message about it's Pisces season. It's still time to slow down more than usual, especially if it affects you like you can hear it affects me, because I should not be this tired. Like, literally all I've done is rest. I watched a really interesting film. Like, it was God, it was fucking sad. But I mean, it was set in, I don't know what era it was maybe set in, but it was set in a kind of like the olden times when, like, actually I'm going to use the past life cards when I get back to that tomorrow, and I bet I'll talk about it more then. But it was just basically like this couple. Oh my god, this, oh shit, I've just thought about it. That's so funny. And I've pulled the ring. It's just, oh, it never gets boring being like this. It gets difficult too, as I spoke about in another video, but that actual film was about, well, first of all, it was about Mother's Day, because it was called Mothering Sunday. Was it, or was it called Mothering Day? Mothering Sunday it must have been called. Or Mothering Day, I don't know, something like that. And like, it was about the maid getting the day off because they were going out to celebrate a wedding, like, well, an engagement. But basically the whole film is about a couple that are getting married that don't want to get married. Like, the bride-to-be is in love with somebody, I think, that died, and she never got over him. And the guy is, well, he's somehow slipped a note to the maid that he'd like to get to know her better, if you know what I'm saying. And so the owner of the household is like, you've got the day off, Jane, that's what her name is. So these names might be relevant. So, go and enjoy yourself, kind of thing. And she's like, oh, I will. So anyway, she goes off, and you see, like, it jumps about like cutting like a puzzle piece. It'll show you it all in different bits, but the gist of it is most of the film is like, the maid getting it on with the fiance of this woman that doesn't even like him anyway. So see how that really could, sorry to say it so bluntly, but it really could have some sort of relevance to either somebody's past, present, or hopefully not future, where it's been an arranged marriage, or maybe it's like a marriage of convenience where everybody just expects you to get married, or I don't know, some shit like that. But anyway, there's a bit of a tragic ending. There's a bit kind of, where it's like it doesn't get to happen anyway. But it's like the maid has to hide how distraught she is because she was in love with him, because she wasn't even, she's not meant to be, she's not meant to be that close to him. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was kind of interesting. Bit depressing, really. Could have done without it. Should have put on a comedy. I thought it was. This is what's weird. I was kind of tricked into watching it. So I wonder if somebody's been tricked. Like, Pisces is about confusion, illusion, tricks. Somebody could be discovering where they've been tricked about things, or lied to, or confused. Yeah, because it was weird. Like, I clicked on it and I could have sworn it said comedy. And then it was not a comedy. It was a drama, romance. Yeah, anyway. 21 minutes, karmic cycle. Karmic cycle's over. They just drew me the snake on the back of that book too. There's a snake on that card too. There were snakes in the video earlier that I done. Maybe there's a snake in my boot. There's a snake in the grass. Somebody's discovered a snake in the grass. Maybe someone's been having an affair, by the way, because that is basically what's happening in that film. Right. Masculine, peer pressure, oh my god, and I've just channeled about a guy that's married somebody else and he doesn't want to. Weird. It's going to have meaning to someone though, isn't it? Don't let others question a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. And now, well, I'll just give you a spoiler alert, so click away if you don't want to know. He kills himself. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's meant to be that he done it on purpose or it was a car accident, but basically after he, I was going to say humps, yeah, after he gets it on with the maid, but it's not just sex, like I think they've fallen in love, because it looks like they've met up quite a few times throughout the seasons, probably years, but, yeah, and then so it's like when her employer says to her that, such and such has died, she has to hide it because she's not meant to know him as well as what she does. But yeah, like that's what I was going to Google it, it'd be like, is it meant to be that he's done that on purpose or is that an accident? But it kind of looks like, because the way he said bye to her the last time they slept with each other as well, it was kind of like, oh, it's just like every other film I catch about, like, you're the one I can trust and you're my best friend and all this kind of stuff. So there's something in it. Unity. Like, basically, it was like he felt the pressure from his family. Oh, I don't know. Some kind of Pisces tragic about it. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. And I just mentioned family when I said that. Unity. It's just sad that went on in those times where it's like, people think they've got it bad today, but think about in those times when it really wasn't, allowed. And because it was meant to be in the film too that, like, the two other sons of the other family had killed themselves too, probably from this kind of... It's just like, God, like, it's crazy to think this shit still does go on in some religions and cultures, and, you fall in love with someone you're not meant to, and you're not meant to... Like I said, it's reminded me a bit of Romeo and Juliet stuff as well, like, when the families are at war and they're not meant to fall in love with each other, and... Oh man, it's all very sad. And I caught something... That's why I'm going to use... Well, I was going to use past life cards anyway, but I caught something the other day about Cleopatra and Antony, like, on the Discovery Channel. And that was quite interesting as well, like, tragic as well. Like, I can't remember. I'm shit at remembering history, but there's something about tragedy here. Right, the feminine, breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's a connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. I call that one of the boring cards, but whatever. The masculine. I think it's just like, look, that looks like, That reminds me of taking a bath or something, you know, so maybe you need an Epsom salt bath or you just need to chill out. That's Pisces energy, feminine energy. I actually only could stand 10. I love a bath every day, sometimes twice a day, but I could only stand 10 minutes in the bath because I was falling asleep that much. Masculine, let go. Yeah, so maybe masculine is letting go of a relationship. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release an emotional constraints that have held you back in the past, all the emotional constraints. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit as with only your best intentions at heart, and we'll do everything in our power to protect you. That's quite strong, isn't it? That feels like quite a strong message, along with the weirdness of that film that I caught. So definitely, if you think about it, we've not, you know, it's not the exact same details, but there's something about a relationship being quite taboo. Because he's from a rich family and he's fallen in love with a maid. And even if he wasn't, like, you know, I don't know why I keep wanting to use really derogatory names for, I was about to say something else there as well, but it's kind of like, yeah, if he wasn't getting it on with the maid, the two people that are getting married anyway, like, they do not like, it's like they don't even like each other. And then also, even the older couples in the film seemed like they hated each other. So reading between the lines, it felt like the woman hated the husband because he'd driven the children away or something. And then it just was making me reflect on, like, it's kind of portrayed like that a lot in films, sometimes in life, isn't it? That, like, it's cool to, like, act like you don't even like your partner, you know, like, talk about them like, oh, that idiot again, or, you know, or that moaning, you know what I mean? It's not always, but in a lot of films, it is like, love is portrayed like that, like, oh, fuck's sake, you know what I mean? The wife. It's just kind of like, and then it's quite funny that we got the ring. So yeah, twin flames are here to change that paradigm. Like I say all the time, it's I think weddings and marriage are a beautiful thing when two people are genuinely in love and on the same page. But when it's anything else, like pressure from a woman, you know, for the man to marry them when they're not wanting to do it, like, what's the point? Like, you've pressured somebody into something. Yeah, it's why I find it just as romantic. Like, really, I love these films where it's like somebody giving somebody a bit of fucking heather and running away and getting married. You know what I mean? I'm sure I've just said Braveheart and I haven't seen that for a long time. People always used to say I looked like her in Mirren and Braveheart. There might be something here about Braveheart because they're drawing me Tartan as well. But that other film that I watched was like that too. They gave each other a necklace, and that was you know, because they didn't have, well, they did have rings, but, you know, they were, I don't know, they'd made some kind of makeshift necklace, and that was their sign of being married. So anyway, I'm floating off in the fact Venus and Pisces. I think we're literally like, I don't know. When I looked, we were about to go into Venus and Pisces, so I might have spoke us into it. Or it's very soon anyway. It will be very soon tonight. Feminine, another one, just ask. There's a feather, the key. Don't know what that is. Money. What's that? There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We're made up of divine source, your loved ones, friends and guides, angels and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. So remember that. They're closer in Pisces season as well. It's 12th house. Oh, Divine Masculine always gets this. Divine Masculine, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you. But in this case of the Twin Flame journey, you can bet your bottom dollar there are a lot trying to prevent you. But from achieving your true goals, it's that inner voice that derails the carefully woven plans. It's both. Divine Masculine, you can sabotage it yourself, as we know, because it comes through all the time. But Divine Feminines can do that too, in whatever area of life. We can all do it. But it does come up for Divine Masculines a lot. Do we need to know anything else about that? The Starborn. That's the card I always say that I feel it's about, like somebody's about to hatch out of an egg. I feel that's about someone going through a dark night of the soul. Transformation. Yeah, the shadow, look, going through a transformation, been healing their shadow away from the village. Very interesting when I just said that about the sabotage can come from other people. Again, the village in this case is just anyone around the masculine that isn't feeding them with positive advice and stuff. Yeah, and that's the hidden gem that the masculine wants to go to his divine feminine for a kiss. This keeps coming out. They just keep telling us that it's like, look, the village doesn't want this kiss to happen. That's what I say. Look, this is so interesting. The divine feminines, no, because the owl, it's the owl, the all-seeing owl energy, that the people around the masculine, not everyone, but a lot of them, don't want that to happen. And I could see it's like the film. And it was actually meant to be in a wee village. God. Anyway, this is just too intense. So I'm going to end this right here. I'm too tired and my food delivery is about to arrive any minute. So maybe that's got something to do with this kiss for some twin flame people out there. It might be a lot closer than you think. But just let it go. Hold the vision, trust the process, and definitely don't let the village, the community, the naysayers, the people, oh yeah, it's that again, look. The shadow village, fucking hell. These keep going. Don't let the shadow village, whatever that is in your situation, hold you back from going to get your kiss where you want to get it. That man did in that film, let me tell you, you got more than a kiss. That's actually, that's what I mean, that's what I got from it. That's really quite sad. That guy was just making sure he literally got it on with somebody that he genuinely was in love with before he fucking done, you know, was like, see you later, I'm out of here. It's tragic. The vision. Like, it's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? If somebody's that unhappy that they, you know what I mean? It's... Anyway, that's just a film, but... The kiss. I'm going to leave it on that.